Minnesota. I'm Eric Nordquist bringing you NPSL Soccer via live stream. Minneapolis City and the visiting Sioux Falls Thunder getting after it here on a beautiful 84-degree, light on the humidity, sunshine coming in here on the campus of Augsburg College. Thanks for joining us this evening, and I'd be remiss as the players come out on the field, kickoff just moments away. Really want to thank the great companies that make all of this happen so you were able to watch this evening, including Little Caesars, Summit Brewing, Goya Foods, Lupient Infinity, Miter, and of course the Viking Bar. Where are you going to party pre and post Crows matches? Viking Bar, and you'll hear more about each of those organizations throughout the broadcast. You see the players coming out on the field now. Exciting soccer again, just moments away. Let's look at the starting lineups this evening, starting with the home squad. Matt Elder, number one in net, and helping him defend the goal. Charlie Adams, AJ Albers, Trey Benhart, and Aaron Olson in the back. Then looking in the middle, Ian Smith, and then Abdallah Ba making a start this evening. Ben Wexler on the right side there, and then up top you'll have a couple of wings in Will Kidd and Isaac Frent. And then making his debut for Minneapolis City, Brandon Bai was with the Broncos of Western Michigan University for the last 3 years, 8 goals and 5 assists in the 2016 campaign with the Broncos. Number 20, watch him all night, he'll be up top. And then the visitors, Sioux Falls, you're going to see Tyler Grilly, number 31 in net. On the back line, Trevor Gervais, Jorge Lopez, Sergio Leyva, and Amadou Myers will be the defenders. In the midfield, you're going to see Bryce Holiday, Hugo Gonzalez, Gonzalo Ledesma, and Michael Haight. And then up front, Tyler Limmer, hoping to get some goals for the visitors this evening. And number 8, Mock Chul, side by side. Big opportunity here for both teams. Middle of the table, middle of the NPSL season, points needed by both. You have Minneapolis City coming off of a, well, convincing rout in lacrosse earlier this week, 8-0 the victory there. Number 9, Frent, had a hat trick that evening. But in the same sense, sitting in the middle of the table, this is the time of season for the Crows to make their move Sioux Falls Thunder just a point ahead of them, a couple of wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws on the season for them. Fans still ushering their way into their seats here at Edor Nelson. And you're going to want to watch other action this weekend as well. VSLT hosting Dakota Fusion in St. Paul tomorrow at 6 p.m. Duluth hosting Med City Sunday at 5. Just waiting for player introductions here. And then kickoff shortly after. A 2-2-1 season thus far. Just trying to find chemistry and flow with this Crows offense. One notable absence, a guy that has contributed really on both ends of the pitch throughout the season. Martin Brown, just taking a rest, no injury to be spoken of, just needs an evening of R&R. On the bench this evening, guys that might have an opportunity to make some minutes. Speaking of debuts, you have Brandon By in the starting lineup. Dan O'Brien, former member, if you go way back, Minnesota Thunder in their USL days. Dan O'Brien, also most recently the Tampa Bay Rowdies in NASL. He's on the bench, might make his debut. Max Kent, Samuel Ruiz Plaza, Kevin Hoof, and then hopefully, it's usually worst case scenario if it happens that we don't see him, but Peter Rundquist, the backup goalkeeper this evening. On the other side of things, the reserves for Sioux Falls, Taylor Haight, Cesar Cuellar, Matthew Scott, Eric Beltran, and then Ibrahim Diamande. With the Heat, a short bench for the visitors. We'll see if that comes into play this evening. Here they are, the handshakes taking place, about to take their spots, and soccer shortly getting underway. I mentioned them earlier, but of course, Viking Bar. Head to the Viking Bar if you're here in town this evening. After the match, share some food and drinks with not only the city players, but staff and fans. I think I'll be there. The Viking Bar is the spot for pre- and post-game festivities. Hope to see you there. Interesting season thus far for Minneapolis City. Winless at home. Haven't found 3 points on their home turf here at Edor Nelson thus far. You had the draw to Duluth FC and then a couple of losses. 3 games in that 6-7 day span a few weeks ago. Losses to both Med City and Dakota Fusion. Meanwhile, haven't lost on the road. Beat VSLT, Viejos Son Los Trapos in St. Paul. And then the 8-0 thrashing of La Crosse on Wednesday over in Wisconsin. So defending your home turf, getting 3 points in the comfy confines of your own spot, certainly an A topic for the home team tonight. That's Brandon By making his debut right at the center circle there, about to touch it and get things underway. Just waiting for a whistle. And here we go. Underway, Ben Wexler controlling early. Ian Smith touching it back. One of the many that had goals last week in the 8-0 win for Minneapolis. Abdallah Ba getting a start tonight in relief of one Martin Brown. That's Ba there, number 21. Tripped up, no whistle. Referee initially giving advantage and realizing then there was none. And another whistle. Ian Smith restarting. Smith with it, battling. Michael Haight for possession. Number 3 for the visitors wins it, and the throw-in. That's Tyler Limmer on the outside. Throw-ins getting closer and closer. Limmer with the head on it into the box. And overhead, Bryce Holliday not able to direct it on net. Goal kick, Minneapolis. That's Will Kidd up there, Brandon By looking for his first touch in the run of play. Gervais with the throw-in. Now Ledesma, nowhere to go. Safely back into control of the home team. Bit of miscommunication there and a tough turnover there by Trey Benhart. Benhart to Albers. Close area passing there with Ian Smith. Now Charlie Adams pushing it forward. Nice defensive work by Hugo Gonzalez, number 22, pushing Adams back to retreat. Too far for Isaac Frent, the hat trick last week. Everybody was getting goals, it felt like, against La Crosse. Now the turnover, number 9 has it. Pushing it outside, here's By. He'll cross it in the middle. Nobody home. Still controlled by Minneapolis. Aaron Olson with it on the outside. He'll get by. Being straddled by Haight, he'll cross it in the middle. Will they call a handball or simply a corner? There'll be a corner. First corner of the evening goes the way of the home squad. Big-bodied Benhart getting into the mix, hopefully to find a head on the end of the ball. It's in. A.J. Halber so close on the outside. Couldn't find it on frame. It'll be a goal kick for Sioux Falls. Tyler Grilly in net this evening. A.J. Albers with a goal already earlier this season, looking for number 2. And Minneapolis will have opportunities if players like Albers are left untouched in the area like that. Over Limmer's head. Now pushing forward. That's Ledesma with it. Trying to take on 3 City players, unable to do so, and then immediately turned back over to the Reds. Nice defensive work by Aaron Olson there. Kidd moving up the left side. Easily chased off. Lopez with it now. Just a few minutes underway here at Edor Nelson Field. 0-0. Minneapolis City and Sioux Falls Thunder. Aaron Olson up the sideline. He has space and room. Brandon Bye in the middle if he wants him. He'll look for it. Too far for Bye. And that goes harmlessly out of bounds. Throw in for Sioux Falls. Great opportunity with space and numbers there for Minneapolis in transition. Those counters will work tonight against Sioux Falls. Charlie Adams. Benhart again. Matt Elder in net. As always, surveying the field. Olson with it again. He finds Wexler. That's Lopez on him. Nice stretch of possession here for Minneapolis. Now Adams with it, pushing up. Back to Ba. Now Bye. Well done by Bryce Holiday for a second, but now City has it again. Kidd forward to Wexler. Is he onside? He is not. It's offside. Just a bit impatient by the Minneapolis City, number 10. Great job by Will Kidd finding him. Just a step offside, maybe 2 steps. Ben Wexler. Albers with it. That's Trey Benhart, local to Lakeville, just finished his 4th year with UW Green Bay. So we watch that go out of bounds, throw in for the visitors. Ledesma fighting Ba for it. Now Chul will take it over, but there is a whistle. Looking for Bye on the run. He's in all alone. He's one-on-one via the keeper. Bad angle, though, near the end line. That was an easy one for Grilly. Nice find on this turf. And the pace of Brandon Bye. Throw in here near side for Minneapolis City. Too far for Kidd. Gervais throws it in. Lopez to Haight, turned over. Now Kidd with it. We'll try and find space. Ba was open for a second in the middle. Now Smith with it again. Turned over. Limmer making a run, stepped in by Albers. Now Holiday. That's Leyva with it. Now Myers. Very muddy midfield area. Both teams having problem there in the middle third, maintaining any possession moving through. You see yet another turnover. Bryce Holiday with it. He's got room for Haight. Albers on him, and is it in? It's a goal for the visitors. Sioux Falls Thunder catching the back line of Minneapolis City off guard. And that's Michael Haight with the opening goal for the visitors, Sioux Falls Thunder. Less than 10 minutes into the first half here at Edor Nelson Field. You could tell Albers was trying to compensate and get over there in time. Just a bit too much pace from Haight. And I couldn't tell whether Elder was fooled by it or just not enough time to make a play on it. Didn't seem like he was set, still trying to get over there and find his angle. And Haight tallies it home. So, 1-0. Sioux Falls. And that's going to be a tough one for Minneapolis City to swallow, considering the amount of possession that they've held for a large part of this first stretch of the first half. It's only really the second opportunity Sioux Falls has had to put something on net, and they cash in. Myers with it. Into Chul. Now Limmer. Fighting with Albers. He has more space again. Dribbling through. Benhart just hip checks him. And that'll be a free kick in a fairly dangerous area for Sioux Falls yet again. Counting off the yardage. You're on a football field. Seems like it'd be easier to use the hash marks, but here we are. Looks like it'll be either Bryce Holiday or Hugo Gonzalez taking it. Gonzalez with the left foot. Saved easily. Holiday, rather, excuse me. Matt Elder easily corralling that. He'll restart it now to Adams. Switching fields to Kidd. Olsen down the sideline now with it. The goal scorer, Haight, tracking him. Trying to find Wexler. Nobody really in the box. Now By with it. He'll take a right-handed shot. It's Amadou Myers taking it away from Frent. It'll be a throw-in for Minneapolis City. Now to Ba. Turned over, that's Holiday with the flick. Pushing it forward. Sergio Leyva allowing that to roll innocently out of bounds. Goal kick for the Thunder. Summit Brewing. You see them on the jerseys. They're a proud sponsor of Minneapolis City. You get $2 off the Twin Cities pioneering craft beer at the Viking Bar after all home games. Just show your ticket. Summit, a more meaningful brew since 1986. By flicking it forward for Kidd. Can he control it? He does keep it in bounds. Trying to center it. Nice defensive work there by Sioux Falls. Minneapolis having to reset. Now Wexler. Looking into the middle for Frent. Myers will head it out. Smith controls now. kid all by himself with space. Fantastic find by Smith. He's going to center it for By. Grilly will clear it out with the foot. Adams fighting to maintain possession, and he does. Now Wexler looking to turn. That's Gonzalez pushing it out. A very, very optimistic effort from Ian Smith. Grilly gets it, and he'll take his time. First quarter hour gone here at Edor Nelson. His friend's alone in the middle. Almost caught him off guard trying to chest for possession. 1-0. The visiting Thunder. With an early lead, a goal by Michael Haight is the difference here so far. Centering it, Ian Smith in the middle. Dangerous territory yet again. Sioux Falls slowly finding momentum in the attacking third. Limmer with the body, and now the flick. Olsen battling with Haight for possession. And Olsen will clear it out. Still in play. By V. Lopez over here on the left side. He does maintain it. Wexler now the counter with numbers. He's waiting for Frent, who's now there. Taking a shot with the left. Goal! Isaac Frent from 25 yards out. The equalizer. Isaac Frent, the Indiana red shirt. Hat trick last week in lacrosse, and the equalizer tonight. We are 1-1 at Edor Nelson Field. Crows got their man in Frent. Absolute thunderous shot from number 9. It did look like Grilly got a hand on it, but too much pace from Goose, the man they call Goose, with the goal. Minneapolis controlling again. Seen it consistently so far. A lot of space on the outside for the home team. Now Chul with Ba in the middle. We'll get a whistle there. Quick restart from Gonzalez. That's Limmer on the outside all by himself. Olsen tracking. Nice body work by number 2, able to get that away and turn it over in the hands of the home crowd. Switching fields to Adams. Myers will have a bead on that. That's Frent working back, playing defense. Adams again. Wexler, oof. Through pass to Wexler, blocked. Otherwise, number 10 may have been in alone. Sergio Leyva slow to get up. He is on the turf right now. By will clear it out. He's holding his left quad right now. We'll see how serious it is. Man in the middle calling for a trainer. And it was an awkward moment there for Leyva. We'll see how serious it is if he just tweaked something. Little Caesars, generous sponsor of Minneapolis City. In the week before games, you can get 2 free city tickets when you buy a combo deep dish pizza and crazy bread at Minneapolis and St. Paul locations. Little Caesars. Sergio Leyva up on his own, walking off. May have been easier to walk off on the near side of the field. But with that said, we await his exit. Two goals thus far, more than midway through the first half. Michael Haight got on the score sheet first for the Thunder. A bit of an awkward circumstance. Looked like Matt Elder kind of off balance a bit, wasn't able to make a play on the ball. But then there was nothing that Thunder goalkeeper Tyler Grilly could do about Isaac Frent's equalizer 10 minutes later. 25 yards out with pace, and we're tied 1-1. Haight restarts it, passes it back to Elder, and here we go. Gonzalez looking forward for Limmer. The flick to Chul. Bryce Holiday stopped his run. Didn't matter. Adams controlled it. Nice job by Wexler. Now to Bai, dribbling through traffic. That'll be cleared out by Lopez. Now Ba finally trying to possess it for one team, and he does. Benhart finding Bai. Bit too much pace. Wexler did have some space there to run. Great idea. Unfortunately, no execution. Restarted by Grilly. That's Gonzalez with it. And again, trouble with possession in the middle third. Neither team really able to do anything with it. But now Friend has it, and he's making moves up the right side here. He's got Ba in support. Now Smith. Ba lets it go for Wexler. What will Wexler do? He's got the left foot. Grilly with the kick save. He will get the corner out of the deal. Another offensive opportunity for Minneapolis City, their second corner of the evening to come. Corner in, easily dealt with by Gervais. Now Ba continues to control it. Will he reserve it? Now Benhart with the flick, well over. May have gone through the uprights, but that's about it. Goal kick for the Thunder. And just as a note as well, I have no reports on the injury to Sergio Leiva, but it is enough to where he cannot continue. Number 2, Cesar Cuellar, has replaced Leiva defensively for the Thunder. They're possessing now. Holiday trying to find Haight on the run. He has the speed. Olsen tracking Haight now in alone. Can he do something with it? Nice step in by Benhart. Haight causing problems all throughout this first half on the right side for the Thunder. No go there for number 3. They'll possess again now. And that is Cuellar touching it to Lopez. Bryce Holiday, Charlie Adams putting the head on it. Throw in for Sioux Falls. Adams flicks it over the head of the defender. Now Frent making a run. Chul on his back. And he just steps by Lopez. Just one touch too far in front of him. And the run was for naught. Beautiful crowd, beautiful weather at Edor Nelson Field here on the campus of Augsburg College. Low humidity, some sunshine. Absolutely gorgeous. The home team just trying to find 3 points on their home field for the first time this year. Holiday looking forward. Now Limmer. Limmer was looking for Haight. Deflected from Albers into the arms of Elder. You are seeing a nice job by Sioux Falls, really spacing out defenders of Minneapolis City. Both Haight, Chul, Holiday, and you saw Limmer on the left side there. A lot of space they're creating. Home run for By, falls short. Gonzalez will switch it back up. Here's Limmer again. Nice scoop by, and he is onside. No flag up, but By not going to be able to catch up to that. Ledesma. He's going long for Bryce. Looks like, oh, collision. Elder and Holiday. We'll see if there's a foul committed here. And who are they going to give the foul to? It will be Bryce Holiday. Ooh, first card of the night, yellow, issued to number 9 for Sioux Falls, Bryce Holiday. And while I don't have the advantage of replay, that's a difficult 50-50 situation. Both Elder and Holiday arriving there almost simultaneously. Without the replay, I can't make a call. Felt like you could have blown the whistle and moved on, but that's okay. He's got the yellow card, and we play on. Final 15 minutes and change here of the first half, 1-1. Now Holiday with it. Nice flick forward. Chul fighting for it. Won by Albers. Now Ba has it. He'll choose Wexler in the middle. Now to Frent. Meyer stepping in beautifully. Throw in for the Thunder. Kick for Thunder. They will actually blow the whistle for a foul. Served in play. Albers winning the header. Now turned over. Ledesma getting it outside to Haight. The earlier goal scorer. That's Chul with it. Stepped in by Benhart. Gonzalez keeping it alive. Into the middle, nobody home though. Closest guy, Alex Limmer. He was 15 yards away. Adams pushing it forward. Smith. Outside to Kidd. He's got room with Gervais tracking. pushing it inside, held, no call by Gervais. Never going to get that call in the box anyway. Minneapolis City still controlling. Gonzalez now to the Ledesma. And here's Myers up the left side. Holiday was making a run. He took the physical foul from A.J. Albers, who's now going to get a yellow card for kicking the ball in frustration. So, second yellow card, number 5, A.J. Albers. Holiday, Limmer, Chul, Haight nearing the box for the Thunder. Now Ledesma, closest to your screen near the arc. He'll push it short to Gonzalez. Bad first touch from Gonzalez. Now Myers has to track back. He'll put it into the middle. Can Holiday get ahead on it? He cannot. Cleared out, Minneapolis City. Now By with it, with the head fake. Not amused, Cesar Cuellar. Ledesma. Wexler drawing the free kick. Ian Smith, Will Kidd by himself on the outside, looking for somebody to clear. Open pass from Brandon By. His second official shot as a member of Minneapolis City. Dribbles left of the framework. Great opportunity. You would like to see better contact there from By. Tough situation in terms of his body angle. But again, another offensive chance for the home team. Limmer making a run. He has space and Haight. Oof. Pass close. And he will get the foul. Free kick for Minneapolis City. Tough pass from Limmer to Haight. Nothing number 3 could do about it. Albers able to draw the foul. Cuellar with the restart. Bryce Holiday making a run in the middle for him. That's Ledesma with it now. Tracking back, Isaac Frent. Not the first time that he's come back and played defense tonight. Brandon By. Hugo Gonzalez taking a kick from By into an uncomfortable area. Seems to be unfazed by it, which is good. Now Benhart. Haight pressuring. Kid on the boundary forward to Olsen. Cuellar stepping in powerfully and winning that challenge. Adams with the long throw in. Now By with it. Gets it to Wexler in the middle. Space for Kidd on the left side now. Gervais catching up. Kidd moving inside, trying to find a right-footed shot. Gonzalez stepping in easily and taking that away. Now Haight on the counter. Limmer moving forward. If he can catch up to it, he has some room. Tough spot on the boundary here. He's got Haight and Bryce in the middle. Now Bryce Holiday off of Albers, off of Holiday. Goal kick, Minneapolis City. Nice late run by Holiday there. Could have created a tricky situation for Elder. But again, Albers stepping in defensively. Outside of the first play where he had to compensate and Haight ultimately scored the goal. Great effort tonight by number 5 on the back line for City. Now Haight with it. Goya Foods, the premier source for authentic Latino cuisine and a proud sponsor of Minneapolis City. And as I read that, Front with the takeaway. Another dangerous moment for Minneapolis City. Let me tell you more about Goya Foods. They're the largest Hispanic-owned food company in the United States. Goya Foods are available in your favorite supermarket. Late stages, first half here at Edor Nelson Field, 1-1. Minneapolis City and the Sioux Falls Thunder. Michael Haight, the goal for the Thunder. Isaac Frent, Goose, the equalizer for City. And here we are, final 8 minutes or so of the first frame. Good service opportunity here. Abdallah Ba on the ball now. We'll look for Benhart and Kidd. Deep side, far right. Brandon By with the header. Just over the framework. Oh, inches over the crossbar. Brandon By in his debut for Minneapolis City. The Western Michigan Bronco. Nearly with his first goal as a member of the Crows. And a go-ahead goal at that. Limmer. Bodied out by Olsen. Quickly turned back over, though. Ledesma with it. Forward to Limmer. An opportunity for Chul. Again, Albers there to save the day. Some nice hand-holding there. See if a whistle's blown. Fighting for it appeared to be Limmer and Benhart. The whistle goes the way of Benhart. Myers with it back to Grilly. Smith keeping it on the ground to Olsen. Nice turn on Haight. Needs to do something with it now. He'll find Smith. Gonzalez. Defensive work well done. Ultimately a throw-in. If you want to see a match, if you want to be here at Edor Nelson Field, be part of the action. Watch your Crows. Go to MPLSCitySC.com. Get some tickets. Go to the Viking Bar. Come here and hang out. It's beautiful. 82 degrees in Minneapolis. The scenic views of I-94 here on the campus of Augsburg College. Final handful of minutes, first half. Myers with the restart. City controlling. Wexler with it. Forward to Kidd. He turns in on Gervais. Centering for By. Very patient attacking sequence here for City. Trying to find a channel. Gervais able to step in and clear that. Back to Benhart, and City will start over. And apparently we had an offside call roughly 30 seconds ago. Assistant referee holding his flag up for nearly a minute in silent protest, waiting for the whistle to be blown. Now Kidd. Wexler and Lopez racing for it. Lopez wins the battle. Now Ledesma. Gonzalez trying to switch. Finds the man in yellow. Myers on the near side. Ian Smith with the angle. And Smith still on the turf, writhing in pain, number 4. And he is up. He's limping, but he's up. Nice touch to Adams. Adams is going to center it. He has By on the backside, just trying to keep it in play. He's unable to do so. You've seen it over the last 15 to 17 minutes here now. Minneapolis City asserting their will from a possession standpoint. Got to cash in with some of these opportunities. They've been unable to do so to this point. Holiday and Ba. Now Myers winning that. Lopez forward, turned over. Now Ba with it. Touches to Wexler and back to Ba. Ba's got Kidd in alone. Now Frent with the goal number 2, and no! An offside being called and flagged prior to that. Wonderful sequence by Minneapolis City. I was unable to tell whether it was Kidd or Frent who was offside. Kidd was the first one forward, must have been him. But again, another dangerous opportunity. Left empty-handed, the home team. Heavy physical play. Alber's already on a yellow card. That's going to be second yellow and red card. A.J. Albers being sent off. It was a physical collision with Tyler Limmer. We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. Albers certainly known for being a physical defender. Certainly not a malicious defender, but certainly physical. 2 yellow cards. And an early trip to the showers for number 5. Minneapolis City now forced to play with 10 men for the remainder of this one. Served in by Chul, headed by Benhart. Attempted bicycle kick, I should say a bicycle kick. Bryce Holiday just a bit off target there. Goal kick, Minneapolis City. It'll be interesting to see with the way that the Thunder have been so effective with Limmer, Holiday making runs, Myers up the left side for Sioux Falls. They have been effective in stretching out that back line by Minneapolis City. How do they react to this now that they're playing with three in the back? I'm interested to see what Pribble and company do at halftime. But with that said, another opportunity. Frent dribbling in the box, looking for Kidd. Another corner for Minneapolis. Now Ba with the service. Benhart in the middle, nobody home, way too far. Harmlessly off the end line, goal kick, Sioux Falls. Holiday with it. Nice work by Ba, turned over. Frent making the run through three defenders. No luck there, but Ba gets it back at his feet. He'll take a right-footed shot. Grilly with the push out. Juicy rebound by the Thunder goalkeeper. Nobody in white home to finish it. Another corner kick here, late stages. Ba putting it in. Kidd with the run to the near post. Maintained by Frent. Now Adams forward to Ba again. There is a player down in the box for Sioux Falls. Heavy contact with Will Kidd on the entry pass from Ba. Thus far, Minneapolis City not clearing it. Wexler with a move to his left. Gonzalez able to clear it back to Aaron Olson. And it appears as though it is halftime here at Edor Nelson Field. Still trying to get a look at the player down on the turf for the Thunder. Again, heavy body contact between him and Will Kidd on that last corner kick. While we wait to find that out, it is indeed halftime. 1-1, Minneapolis City and Sioux Falls Thunder. A goal by Michael Haight had the Thunder up first, but a beautiful 25-yard thunderous shot from the home team. Isaac Frent equalized it at 1. Tough spot for the Crows as A.J. Albers, 2 yellow cards in the first 45 minutes. He's going to have to sit the rest one out, and his teammates are going to have to play with 10. So we'll see how the second half is impacted by that, how they work around it on the back end. But again, a beautiful night for soccer Friday evening. You're watching Minneapolis City SC action, NPSL Soccer via live stream. I'm Eric Nordquist. We'll be back in minutes for kickoff, second half. Welcome back. Edor Nelson Field, halftime nearing its end. Goalkeeper Matt Elder directing traffic as the Crows look to find a go-ahead goal in the final 45 to get their first win on their home turf in 2017. 1-1 the halftime score with visiting Sioux Falls. The Thunder finding the net first. Michael Haight early on in the first half puts the visitors up 1-0, but then Isaac Frent, the Indiana University product, Andover, he calls his home, equalized later on. The big story of the first 45, though, equaled up at 1-1. A.J. Albers, defender, Minneapolis City, sent off. A couple of yellow cards equaled an early end to his evening. And a substitution here at halftime for Minneapolis City, trying to figure out what head coach Adam Pribble and the Crows are going to do in terms of compensating now having to work with 10 men for the remainder of this match. Max Kent going more defensive-minded. He's going to come off the bench and replace Ben Wexler. And so we'll see exactly how that formation winds up for the home team, but that is a substitution for Minneapolis City here during the break. Max Kent, number 22, McAllister product. He's going to step in for Wexler. Great overall night for Wexler, commanding the middle of the field, a couple of offensive opportunities, caught offside once as well. But overall, a very pleasurable night for number 10, watching him on the field. He gets to take a rest for the final 45, I'm sure at his dismay. But Max Kent getting an opportunity in here, and the shorthanded Crows will try to find victory against the Thunder. NPSL Soccer here, live stream on your Friday evening. Still roughly 80 degrees, but overall beautiful. If you're not stuck in an air-conditioned-less press box, you're loving this Friday evening here in Minneapolis. No substitutions, it appears, for the Thunder. And we are awaiting Tyler Limmer, number 14 there at the center spot. The whistle from the ref in the second half to get underway. The only other infraction as we get started here that required a card in the first half, number 9, Bryce Holiday for the Thunder, sitting on yellow right now as well. He'll have to watch himself as we get started here. Thunder in the visiting red jerseys, black shorts, going left to right. The home team in the white jerseys with Summit on the front, going right to left. That's Myers on the outside with it. First throw in going Minneapolis City's way. Adams to the aforementioned Max Kent. Bad touch by Kent, but he does recover. And a bad touch by Olsen. Throw in by Haight. Now into Limmer. Easily controlled. Max Kent trying to find Frent on the outside, just too far. That's Lopez getting it to Myers. Now Gonzalez controlling it. Chul. I'm Eric Nordquist. I'm carrying you through with the commentary and play-by-play. Feel free to tweet me at Eric Nordo KFAN for any mispronunciations. Very hopeful ball from Limmer will travel to the other side of the field. Throw in, that's Charlie Adams there now. That's Brandon By now making his debut for the Crows. Western Michigan product, 8 goals, 5 assists for the Broncos in 2016. Will Kidd controlling, Gervais tracking and winning. Kidd getting the whistle. Nice physical tackle from Gervais, though. Didn't see that as being an infraction. Ref disagrees. That tends to happen. Max Kent might be the tallest guy on the field. He's getting into the box now from the back line. Ba will deliver. Easily punched out by Ledesma. Now Limmer with it. He has numbers in space. Adams with a shove. And Adams controls. Nice recovery by number 25. Myers on the outside. Nice flick on, but too far for Myers. Good idea from Bryce Holiday. That'll be a goal kick. Only substitutions thus far in this one. The aforementioned Max Kent coming in for Ben Wexler because of the double yellow on Albers. But early on in the first half, it was Sergio Leyva having to leave due to injury. Cesar Cuellar stepped in his place. Number 13. Number 2, excuse me. Brandon Ba in alone. He'll tap it in, and it's a goal. But there's an offside flag. Hold the excitement. Hold the colorful smoke if you're sitting in the Crows supporters section. Assistant referees can be a backline's biggest enemy or their best friend. Thunder fans loving the AR on that one. Stepped in by Benhart, controlled now by Olsen. Regardless of the offside, nearly a massive folly on the back end by their goalkeeper, Tyler Grilly. And now Ba being held by Cesar Cuellar. Could be a yellow card coming his way. It looks like it will be. Physically holding on to the arm of Ba, making it impossible for him to get through. He had space, he had time, he had everything. If Cuellar doesn't hold him, probably a yellow card you're not too angry about receiving if you're Cuellar and the Thunder. Ba too talented to let him get in alone, especially in a 1-1 deadlock like we are now. Ba services. Max Kent chasing to the corner. Holiday on him. Tries to Meg Holiday, does, but to no avail ultimately. Turned over, Adams now to Ba in the middle. Benhart with it. Will Kidd up the side. Gervais allows him action into the middle. And is it in? Is it a goal? Is it a goal? We're waiting for the assistant referee to call it. He's calling it no goal. It looked like it bounced inside the net, the deflection off of the centering pass from Will Kidd. And again, without the advantage or replay, it ain't Champions League here at Edor Nelson Field. It looked like it had crossed the goal line. Unbelievable non-call from the assistant referee. The fans, none too happy about it here in Minneapolis. The consolation, well, a throw-in. Smith has it now. Max Kent finding a seam for Will Kidd. Olsen with space. He's got Ba making a run. Cuellar is able to clear it. Another throw-in for City. Ba with it with space. Can he get through? He's into the box. Lopez is able to clear it out. Another throw-in. Most people here in the crowd at Edor Nelson still a bit stunned that their favorite team is not up 2-1 at this stage. Nearly 10 minutes have passed here in the second half. Kidd with chasing back for possession. Now the flick on Adams with space and time. Myers on him like a blanket. He'll try to clear it. And Myers is able to step into that one, push it out. It'll be a corner, the first corner of the second half for Minneapolis City. Ba on it. Benhart and Kent. The trees in the middle for Minneapolis City. Kent may have a play on it, gets a foot on it, and cleared out ultimately by Cuellar. And we'll get a foul called on Frent. The classic one guy jumps up for a 50-50 opportunity, the other guy doesn't, and it's a foul. Errant pass from Grilly, now Kidd controls. There's By with the control. To Myers on the turnover. Limmer flicks to Chul. Adams just out physicals him. Now Adams hits the turf. He's holding the back of his leg, might be his calf. And Myers is going to keep the play going. Adams still on the turf. Adams is hurting. He's trying to get up, but he can't. Thunder have not cleared the ball. The gentleman's manner of putting the ball out of bounds. Will Kidd does it for him. And now we'll see what's wrong with Charlie Adams. Still on his knees. Seemed to come up a bit lame on that last offensive push from Sioux Falls, trying to walk it off. Hopefully he's all right. If you're out there watching the stream and you're looking for your next car, look to Lupient Infinity. Wide variety of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and top-notch service. Lupient Infinity brings you a portion of this Minneapolis City broadcast. Kent with it. Stepping in, Haight, the goal scorer of the first half for the Thunder. We've seen that battle between Aaron Olson and Michael Haight all game thus far. Number 2 restarts. Muddy in the middle. Difficult possessing. Very muddy in the middle third thus far this evening. Not even touching the ball, Gervais. Upending Will Kidd. They're giving the throw in to the Thunder. Okay. I didn't think Gervais had a touch on it. Nice pressure being put on by the visitors here. Not a lot Benhart able to do with it. Now Holiday. Gonzalez. He'll switch it forward. That's Holiday making the run. Charlie Adams stepping in front of it. By outside to Frent. Beautiful goal by number 9 in the first half to equalize things. hat trick last week in lacrosse and the only goal for the home team tonight. Not on the same page. Benhart expecting a run from Frent. Goose stayed home, and a turnover by Minneapolis. This is the time of year, 6th match day for Minneapolis City. Middle of the table. 3 points means a lot. And they have about a half hour left to assert their will on the visitors here. Winless thus far at home. Undefeated on the road. It's like the Minnesota Twins, essentially. Smith thought about crossing it over to Max Kent. Couldn't find the lane. Will Kidd in the middle. He's on a run on his own. He bodies it in. Will he get a shot off? It'll go out of bounds. Unable to control it. And I thought it had gone off of Kidd for a goal kick. Ref pointing to the corner spot. So we will have a corner coming up momentarily. Substitution coming in. Smith coming out. Dan O'Brien, former member of the Minnesota Thunder years ago when they were a USL team. Most recently NASL action with the Tampa Bay Rowdies. He's making his debut as Ian Smith calls it a night. Good shift for number 4. Big part of that offensive possession and a lot of those attacking opportunities early on, Ian Smith. Bryce Holiday all by himself on the outside, trying to recover as Adams. He does. Bad communication between Myers and Holiday. They nearly run into each other. Now Frent tracking back, then takes a swipe. No whistle. Well, we'll see the flag from the assistant referee. Man in the middle waves him off. Adams trying to find Brandon By. Nice touch on it. He's got Cuellar on his back. Now he's making a move forward. Nobody home in the box. Now Will Kidd with the touch of the goal. It's a go-ahead goal. Minneapolis City. Brandon By in his debut for the Crows with his first assist. And Will Kidd with his second goal of the NPSL season has Minneapolis City up 2-1 on their home turf. Threading a needle is what I would call that. By nearly on an island with a tough angle on net, able to get it by Cuellar, who was on him like a blanket, able to get that thing in the middle, too deep into his net near his goal line was Grilly, unable to get a hand on it, and a soft baby touch from Kidd puts the home team up 2-1 here in the second half. Brandon By has been a handful for the back line of the Thunder thus far. Making runs, you were waiting for him to really insert himself into the action. Saw a couple of shot opportunities, then went absolutely nowhere as we watch a foul here. Dan O'Brien with the ball in his hands. Matt Elder will take the kick. But in his debut with Minneapolis City, has made his impact on the score sheet by way of an assist. Second goal of the year for Will Kidd. The battle continues with the 10 men on the field in white. Down via 2 yellow cards to A.J. Albers. Hoping to hold on, maybe add to this tally here. The battle continues. And the battle with Lopez and Frent continues. Chul stepping in for Sioux Falls. Now Dan O'Brien. No whistle being called. It's still in play here. A couple of players stopping, not knowing whether the referee was going to make a decision on it. Now Kidd in the corner with it. He's stepping. Gervais not impressed. Now Ba will serve it into the right corner, looking for magic. Most likely finding a parked car in the parking lot with that one. It'll be a goal kick. Ruining a ball boy's day, that's for sure. And Grilly will restart it. Lopez going long, body to body. You will see the whistle call there. Kent, not necessarily intentionally, but he's definitely going to be booked here, if for no other reason than just being significantly larger than the diminutive number 3, Michael Haight. You'll get a yellow card to Max Kent, and you'll get a free kick in somewhat dangerous territory here for the Thunder, now down a goal while up a man. Hugo Gonzalez on the ball now. No trickery, it appears. It will be number 22 with the service. Service in, straight to Elder. And that's really the difficult thing for the Thunder thus far this evening into the second half. Despite the first goal, which appears to have caught number 1 off guard, the Thunder not really pressuring, not making Elder sweat tonight. Not an extensive amount of chances, leading to consternation on the back end for Minneapolis City. They have the man advantage. And they have nearly a half hour to try and equalize this thing on the road. When you're looking at the table, Minneapolis City really in the thick of things. A victory this evening would temporarily tie them with Med City atop the standings. Med City up in Duluth this weekend, taking on Duluth FC and the Blue Greens. So that could change very quickly. Sioux Falls still a point ahead of them. You have them pressuring. And a substitution during that stoppage, Ibrahim Diamande coming in from Mok Chul here in the second half, number 99. And it looks like he'll be trying to play more of a wing / left midfielder role in number 8's stead. Olsen with it. The scrappy Michael Haight. Frustrating Brandon By in getting that one. See a tug of the jersey by Dan O'Brien. on Diamande. It'll be a free kick for Sioux Falls. And we'll see another substitution for Minneapolis City here. Abdallah Ba coming out. Nice night for number 21. And it will be number 13, Samuel Ruiz Plaza, entering for Ba.
You're welcome, Samuel, back. But we really miss his hand.
Cuellar pushing it back to Grilly. Header by Bryce Holiday. Now Haight with attempted fancy footwork. Can't control it. It'll be a throw-in for the Crows. Back to Elder. Best footwork on the team, I'm told, Matt Elder. Cuellar tripped up by Frent. Free kick goes the way of the Thunder. Going to the box, Diamande and Limmer there. Benhart, the tallest guy on the scene. Looks like a foul on Holiday. It'll be Minneapolis ball. Gonzalo Ledesma with the infraction. Holiday with it and some space. He's looking across to potentially Ledesma with space now. Ledesma will take it on shot. Elder off the framework. It will be a goal kick. Elder didn't get a hand on it. Caught him by surprise, caught everybody in the stands by surprise, the amount of pace number 19 had on that. Ledesma with a shot, a bit of a prayer, but ultimately a very close opportunity attacking-wise for Sioux Falls to no avail. Still 2-1 in favor of Minneapolis City. Michael Haight with the lone goal for the Thunder. Isaac Frent with the equalizer from 25 yards out in the first half. And the go-ahead, soft touch from Will Kidd from a pass of the debuting Brandon Bai makes it 2-1. Guys in white. Now Bai alone inside. He's got the breakaway with the touch to the right. Goal! Everything you wanted from this debut. It's Brandon Bai. Some breathing room for the Crows. First night on the field for number 20. Has the assist on the go-ahead goal. Walks in alone on the insurance goal. And it is 3-1. Minneapolis City here at Edor Nelson Field. The Crows are rocking in the stands right now. The debut for Brandon Bai could not have gone any better. Western Michigan product, was actually an intern here in the Twin Cities and actually reached out to Minneapolis City about a potential opportunity. And here he is. It's paying off in spades, night one. Now that takes some pressure off you when you're down a man. We'll see how much they try to sit in as Limmer with control of it. Diamande making a run. Limmer trying to get a left foot off potentially. He'll keep it in bounds and turns it over. That's Kent tracking him. Now Diamande fighting for the opportunity. Whitney Brown making an appearance. During the goal, it appears Whitney Brown, number 11, has entered the contest in replacing number 9, Isaac Frint. Whitney Brown has one goal and an assist this year. If you remember back, last summer, well, fall area, I should say. A couple of goals for him in the U.S. Open Cup. Couple of goals that helped Minneapolis City remain undefeated in said U.S. Open Cup last year against Oakland County FC. He's in the game now, number 11. Get to know him. Kent pushing it forward with Will Kidd. Will Kidd will control. Bad first touch. He's going to try and make a turn on him. Gervais easily pushing that out of bounds. Throw in for City. Another substitution. Now it's Aaron Olson's turn to take a seat. Haven't seen his jersey yet. I assume that's Kevin Hoof ready to come on.
As a substitution, Minneapolis City number 3.
Is indeed Kevin Hoof, native of Maple Grove. Was a Mr. Soccer runner-up when he was in high school, Northern Michigan University. Started 16 games last year for Northern Michigan. Kevin Hoof, he's in for Aaron Olson. 3-1 in favor of the home team. Quarter hour left to go.
Also, number 11, Whitney Brown is in for number 9, Isaac Goose.
Chemistry, rhythm, and flow starting to come together at the right time for the Crows. And in the end, just some fantastic individual play, namely the guy that just touched it, number 20, Brandon By. Now Myers making a run. Whitney Brown defensively on him. The whiff by number 99, Mr. Diamande. At this stage, you start to push. You start to bring more people up from the back. It's nearing desperation mode, needing 2 goals in roughly 15 minutes. Whitney Brown might be all alone for Will Kidd, and it is a breakaway, and it's offside. Excitement lighting up and ready to rain on everyone's parade on this otherwise beautiful evening. The assistant referee with that flag up once again. And play will now resume. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Looks like substitution for the visitors. Gonzalo Ledesma coming off. Hopeful ball there for Bryce Holiday to no avail. Eric Beltran coming on for Ledesma. Throw in for Thunder. Holiday with it. The flick for Diamande, the race, and Edor wins that one. Good positioning by Benhart to slow up Diamande just enough for the goalkeeper to get control of it.
That was a substitution for Sioux Falls, number 24, Eric Beltran. In for number 19.
Ruiz Plaza. Now to O'Brien. The other debut this evening, fighting his way back from injury, started on the bench. Now he's in the game. Michael Haight and Kevin Hoof just getting after it on the near side here. Hoof winning that battle, making himself available up the field. Slow pass from Kidd. Now Diamande. He's outrunning Benhart. Tries to clear it. He'll go off Benhart's arm / shoulder. Corner kick for Thunder. I don't know why, but I love the play, despite it being from the visitors. Michael Haight, number 3. Not the biggest guy on the field. Had that tricky goal, that quirky goal in the first half on Edor for the Thunder. But his physical, scrappy play is fun to watch here. Head on it by Benhart, clearing it out of danger. Diamande maintaining it, though. The flick back to Haight. He'll flick it in. Alone is Bryce Holiday. Directed it smoothly, gently, right of the post. Goal kick. By going up over the back of Limmer, should be a free kick, and as it is. Time's ticking. Got to hurry it up. And we will actually see a substitution. The guy I was just praising, well, they're taking him off. Interestingly enough, though, Michael Haight being replaced by Taylor Haight, number 6. He'll be in to finish this one up. Into the box, Lopez there. Edor, just a bit quicker. Into his arms. Diamande pushing it forward to no avail. Now battling. Adams just with reckless abandon. Body to body, Charlie Adams. Gervais outside to Taylor Haight. Tyler Limmer with it. Now to Beltran. He'll put it into the middle, looking for Limmer. Again, Edor coming out of his net, scooping it up, slowing it down. Minutes ticking, less than 10 minutes left in this one. 3-1. Will Kidd the game winner. Brandon By the assist, and then the insurance goal. Walking in all alone, the sweet touch to the right of Grilly, and it's 3-1. If the score should hold up, it's the first time this year Minneapolis City have attained 3 points on their home turf. First time this year the home crowd is getting paid off with a victory, and I can tell you they are excited about it. I hope you are too. Diamande with it. Kent there to take it out. Now Whitney Brown. By looking for the run. Whitney Brown, he might be in alone again. Can he get it by Grilly? He does, but Grilly. Brown must have connected leg to leg with Grilly. A very, very risky, laissez-faire attitude from number 31 back there, but he ends up actually getting paid off. And a yellow card now as we get into frustration mode. Tyler Limmer giving the yellow card. Up a man, but down 2 goals, the Thunder Limmer now sitting on a yellow card for the man in red. Dan O'Brien on the ball. Nearly 4-1 just a moment ago. We'll see what they do with it now. Will Kidd in the corner. Gervais, his battling partner all evening. Grilly restarts it quickly. That's Myers with it. Now Gonzalez. Limmer tracking into that one. Can't control it. Leg out by Ruiz Plaza. No whistle blown. Diamande easily takes that away from number 13. Whitney Brown with it now. Myers fighting with him, wins that battle, but he must not have won it cleanly. Ref didn't like it. Now Dan O'Brien gets the restart. Midfield, number 6 on it. Just more than a handful of minutes left. Wouldn't expect anybody to be in too much of a hurry in a white jersey. Too far from O'Brien. Now Myers. The pace indeed is picking up for the visitors. Holiday fighting with it. Body to body going down. Not going to get any love from the referee on that one as both Holiday and Charlie Adams hit the turf. Holiday just fixing his boot. No injury issues there. But that's the frustration if you're a Thunder fan right now. You've watched this team have glimpses of attacking opportunities throughout the evening. The one problem they've had is just getting that final ball into a range that they can finish. They haven't been able to do that all night outside of the initial opportunity from Haight early in the first half. And now down 2 goals, you're going to get a lot of those long passes from Gonzalez and Lopez and Beltran and Myers. It's going to be tough to connect on those with those trees in the back for Minneapolis City. Now Gervais to Haight. Kevin Hoof like a horse to Kidd. Brandon By on the run. Cuellar with the angle though. He'll get it back to Grilly. Ooh, run by Ruiz Plaza, nearly another breakaway opportunity. Good eyes by Whitney Brown, better eyes by Cuellar. Now Limmer, he's going to serve it in or take an absolute prayer of a 40-yard shot. About as far wide as it was deep. Matt Elder in absolutely no hurry. Just as a reminder, if Minneapolis City are able to hold on and get the 3 points this evening, they will. And here's Limmer, though. Taken out by Max Kent. Don't want to speak too soon. Kent sticks the big leg in. Limmer falls over. Now it's a free kick in an incredibly dangerous area. Let's see what happens here before I start talking about any tables in the NPSL. Limmer, Holiday, Gonzalez. It will be either Holiday or Limmer. Limmer it is with the shot, right-footed, deflected by Elder, unable to handle it right away, but he gets on it. Danger averted. As I was saying, Minneapolis City with 3 points will temporarily be atop the NPSL North Division table. Now, some things to do while you're hanging out this weekend in the absolutely brutal heat. First of all, make sure that air conditioner is pumping. Secondly, tomorrow, VSLT hosting Dakota Fusion. That's in St. Paul tomorrow at 6. Maybe catch it if you want to live. Should be some sort of a stream somewhere for it as well. But then Sunday, here's the big one, Duluth hosting Med City up in Duluth. You'll want to watch the score on that on Sunday. You maybe hope for a draw, see what happens there. But the key is getting 3 points this evening, and time is a-ticking as the Crows fans become anxious for the final whistle. The reality of it is, outside of that initial goal by Haight, it has been a dominating showing by Minneapolis City from a possession standpoint, from an attacking chances standpoint, creating chances. And even a man down, the better squad from minute one really has been the men in white. However, finishing. Second half, fantastic finishes. Coming into Will Kidd with the touch on net, and then Brandon By coming in alone. And as you're seeing, Minneapolis City packing it in right now defensively. Not giving any extra space and room. With Myers now trying to find Charlie Adams on him like a blanket. Now Diamande. He'll switch it up. Now to Haight, brother Haight, the other Haight, the non-goal scoring Haight. That's Hoof that'll clear it out. Gervais with the quick throw in. Limmer with the attempted flick, unsuccessful. We are in the 90th minute now. We'll see how much extra time they choose to put on. Couple of yellow cards, one injury, some substitutions. Feels like 3 to 4 minutes, but who knows? I'm not the fourth official. Here's Max Kent with it now. Should be a handball from Bryce Holiday, not whistled. That's Kevin Hoof with it, with the head on it. Diamande muscling through O'Brien and Benhart to no avail. Now Lopez. Very, very minimal time left. Magic has to happen now if you're a Thunder fan. Whitney Brown, he's got the wheels, the fresh legs, and he's got some time to burn. Number 11 just hanging out. Ultimately, Gervais gets bored with it and does stick a leg in. But it'll be a throw in for City. Still no indication as to how much extra time, stoppage time there will be. Whitney Brown again. Smooth on the ball, taken away by Limmer. You can't argue with the effort that Tyler Limmer has put in tonight. Unfortunately, it won't result in a win if you're a Sioux Falls supporter. Beltran with it to Myers. Great night by number 7 as well. Now Beltran making a run past Kent. He'll try to center it. He does. Ruiz Plaza will have to push it out of bounds. Last minute corner for the Thunder. Quick entry, nobody home. Hoof will just head it wide, and it'll be a throw in as time continues to tick at Edor Nelson Field. And the crowd ready to burst with excitement for their team. And as Brandon By pushes it back, now Grilly's up. Questionable night for number 31 in net. And we're seeing the final whistle, and there it is. 3-1 the final. If you're a supporter of Minneapolis City, you've been waiting a couple of months for this now. 3 points at Edor Nelson Field for Minneapolis City. Crows fans on their feet. Jubilation for the home fan base. Teams greeting each other and shaking hands now. Victory for the Crows. Michael Haight getting things started on the score sheet in the first half for Sioux Falls. You come in, you want to set the tone early as the home team, and the visitors get up on you. Quirky goal. Michael Haight has Sioux Falls up 1-0. But then the answer from the Indiana red shirt, Goose they call him, Isaac Frent with the equalizer from 25 yards out. A thunderous blast. Makes it 1-1, and that's the score at the break. The story really of this match coming in the first half, a couple of yellow cards for A.J. Albers. Sends him to the showers, puts Minneapolis down a man for the remainder of the match, and they answered. Coming out in the second half, you have Max Kent come in to add some defensive ability for the home team now that they're a man down, and you had it from Will Kidd via Brandon Bye, and a beautiful centering pass from his debut, number 20. Will Kidd makes it 2-1, and 3-1, Brandon Bye in alone in his first match, wearing the crest of Minneapolis City, makes it 3-1. 3-1 the final. Fantastic debut by Brandon Bye, Western Michigan Bronco, 8 goals, 5 assists last year over in Kalamazoo. Now he's in Minneapolis making plays for the Crows. Fantastic debut from him. We also saw former Minnesota Thunder and Tampa Bay Rowdies product Dan O'Brien making his debut off the bench. It's a happy crowd. Everybody's feeling good at Edor Nelson. Tough ride back to Sioux Falls for the Thunder. I'll tell you, I've made that trip many times. It's not very exciting. But thank you so much for watching the live stream, and thank you so much to the great companies that make it happen. Let me run it through you one more time here. Little Caesars, Summit Brewing, Goya Foods, Lupian Infinity, Miter. Who could forget about Miter? And the Viking Bar, of course, the pre- and post-game spot to drink beers and hang out and celebrate your favorite soccer club, Viking Bar. Thank you to all these great companies that make these Minneapolis City games pop, that make these things happen. Thank you so much to those companies. Thank you so much to you for watching this live stream. And thank you to Terrence on the video. Thank you to everybody. I'm Eric Nordquist. You can hear me weekdays 9 to noon on KFAN 100.3 FM. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Happy Friday. Enjoy the hot weekend.